So they want to check in to see what the feminine is doing and to see whether or not the feminine is still into them. So here we have the moon card. So this is talking about how the feminine has gone silent and isn't communicating their feelings to the masculine. The masculine is still hard at work, and they're very focused on their financial security and manifestation, making sure that their lives are taken care of, while at the same time, daydreaming, caught up in this disillusionment of being with the feminine. And the reason why I say disillusionment is because they're disillusioned into thinking that they can be with the feminine without them taking action. So it doesn't mean anything unless they're willing to take action. So you can be caught up in fantasizing and daydreaming and imagining being with the love of your life, but if you're not willing to make sacrifices and you're not willing to clear space, and you're choosing to allow yourself to be influenced or overburdened by other people's problems, whether it's your family members, your friends, your coworkers, your bosses, your baby mamas, it doesn't matter. If you're unwilling to clear the space for the love that you desire, this feminine, then you're gonna stay caught up in this darkness. You're not gonna actually get a taste of happiness. It's gonna be all for none. So yeah, you can work and 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 try to figure out ways of communicating to the feminine. Even the masculine's trying to manifest communication from the feminine, right? So before, in the past, it was always the feminine wanting to receive communication, but now the feminine's they're good. They're not in the space that they were before. And some of you are, and that's okay. But what we're here to do is we're here to recognize where we are in our lives, and then make those conscious decisions to work on ourselves and self-reflect and make the adjustments that need to be made so that we can actually manifest the relationship, the life of our dreams, right? So it's like I said, if this is just a disillusionment and la la land and still keeping all your options open. So here you have the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. So this is 7 and 7. And so it's okay, well, you say your baby mama, your best friend, your mom, your children, everyone wants a piece of you, but you haven't figured out how to maintain your stability because you're too busy. It's you're busy, which is, that's normal. That's part of having a successful life, to make sure that your needs are met. You have to work. You have to, the masculine is the provider. This is part of their role, right? So they're part of they bring something to this relationship with this 10 of Cups energy. But at the same time, it's about honoring the person who they claim to love. So you can claim to love someone, and you can claim to, suggest that you want to be with that person, but not actually make the final judgment. Then it's all for none. So you're going to stay caught up in the darkness. You're going to stay caught up in this dynamic of feeling like you have to protect yourself. And that's because the masculine's so confused and doesn't know what to do, but they're making that decision. They're choosing to do this. And if you're the feminine watching this and you're triggered by this and you're upset and angry that your love interest, the masculine, is doing this, then there's work for you to do on yourself. Okay, so you should be at a place, and you should be, but that you're healed when you're not bothered by what's going on with the masculine. So you're not bothered by me saying that they're refusing to make a decision, that they're in disillusionment, that they're keeping their options open. You're not bothered by it. That's how you know you've done the work. And when you've done the work, then what will happen is you'll settle into peace. You'll be at a peaceful state of being. You'll have this happiness and you'll have vitality, and you're going to really want to go out and share this love with others. You're not going to be just focused all your attention on the masculine. You're going to restore yourself to the true you. You would have healed your childhood wounds, right? So the reason why we respond the way we do to our love interest is because we are rejected. We're abandoned. And so that's why we don't like the feeling of being abandoned. So then we try to push through, and we try to show them that we're valuable and we're worthy and that they should choose us. And, that we paint this image of like living happily ever after, like in the fairy tales, and, this till death do us part, and like all these beliefs that have been instilled upon us through the program. We're here to put an end to that. And this experience with the masculine is teaching us what we need to do, and through the series of trials and tribulations that we go through with this person. So here's the world. So this is about full culmination, coming home to oneself, accepting what has been, and like we're at this stage within our lives where it's time. The second to the last of the 12, or the second to the last of the 22 major arcana cards is the Judgment, which in this deck is known as karma. So it's karmic lessons cleared, a final judgment call made, going, reevaluating everything that you've been through up until this moment, and taking an honest inventory and realizing, okay, looking back now, I see that I played this part, and if I recognize that, and I could have done a little bit better, and now I'm ready to try again, and I'm ready to have a new experience. But sometimes we have to understand that the people that we're having experiences with may not be willing to learn the lesson. So they're there to teach you something, and vice versa. But if they're not willing to learn and grow with you, then and you have this calling, and you're being guided to go beyond this dynamic, then you have to listen. Because if you don't listen, you're gonna stay trapped. You're gonna be caught up in this darkness. And when Spirit has a way better plan, way better plan, and you have the ability to create the life of your dreams, but it's the matter of making those decisions and figuring out what you want. And this is why I always suggest to everyone, journal. Maybe you are hesitant to journal because you're afraid that somebody may come across like what you've been writing. But there's all other solutions. Like you can type notes in your phone, or you can write something and immediately tear it up. There's ways of doing these. There's ways that you can do this without having to worry that somebody's going to find this private information. But writing really allows you to sort out what's going on in your mind, and it allows you to break things down, and it gives you this bigger picture, and it makes things clearer. So that is my number one suggestion for everyone, is that if you want to have, if you want to clear out the clutter, then you need to sit down and sort it out and rearrange, and so that you can understand, what's actually going on, and whether or not what you think is happening is actually reality, because life is confusing. And so this is just one suggestion that I have for you to simplify things. So thank you for listening, and I appreciate all of you, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.